Medina County Park District has been making memories since 1965. Field trips, picnics, the first fish, proposals, weddings, family reunions, hikes, bike rides, and quiet times in nature. All of these moments have been made possible thanks to the good people who have helped the Park District become what it is today, a local and regional leader in enhancing the quality of all life through education, conservation, and the protection of natural resources. Medina County Park District's Walk of Fame represents commitment, service above self, and the desire to leave a legacy. We are pleased to celebrate the Walk of Fame's inaugural class.
Friends of Medina County Parks. Since 1972, Friends of Medina County Parks has been dedicated to supporting the mission of Medina County Park District. As the district's nonprofit partner, Friends has helped fund programs as well as public improvements such as the covered bridge at Granger Wetlands and the amphitheater at Shotwell Gardens.
Dr. S.R. Strimple. First appointed in 1972, Doc Strimple helped oversee the growth of the Park District, from just 32 acres to more than 1,600 acres in 1995. Doc Strimple encouraged the involvement of volunteers in the Park District and worked with a crew of 18 volunteers to construct the district's maintenance garage. His term as Park Commissioner spanned 23 years.
Ken Strauss. Ken served as a commissioner for 22 years, beginning in 1985, and played a vital role in the district's success. During his tenure, thousands of acres were preserved and 8 new parks opened to the public. Ken also devoted hundreds of volunteer hours to fishing programs, trail projects, and community events.
Linda Berry. A park commissioner from 1986 to 2006, Linda helped guide Medina County Park District through a period of tremendous growth. During her tenure, the district expanded from fewer than 700 acres to more than 4,000 acres. Linda also worked closely with staff to pass the Park District's very first operating levy in 1989.
Barry Muha. Barry was the first full-time director of Medina County Park District, serving from January 1972 through November 1975. According to a newspaper article from the mid-70s, Barry was the youngest administrator in the state at the time of his hiring. He worked mainly on establishing Greenleaf Park before leaving the Park District to attend college.
Thomas James. During his 25 years as director, Tom led a period of extraordinary growth. The district added more than 5,500 acres of protected land and opened more than a dozen new parks. Tom's influence reached far beyond Medina County, too. He became a respected leader and mentor to park professionals across Ohio.
Joseph Hoax. Make it nice was a common phrase used by Joe, whose career with Medina County Park District spanned nearly 38 years. Joe was hired in 1987 before the district's first levy passed, and he was committed to creativity and sheer determination to make sure tax dollars were spent wisely. Joe retired in July of 2025, but not before the maintenance shop at Buckeye Woods Park was named in his honor.
Rick Perry. With more than 29 years of dedicated service, Rick was first hired as a park ranger in 1991 and later became the head of operations. During his time with Medina County Park District, more than a dozen park sites opened to the public, each requiring patrols and year-round care. Rick retired in 2020, but his warm, friendly demeanor is still remembered by many.
Paul Salduti. Paul Salduti served as the Natural Resources Manager for several decades. He oversaw the care and stewardship of the district's wildlife, aquatic systems, forest, and restored landscapes. Paul also connected people to nature through educational programs, publications, and outreach that inspired environmental awareness and responsible land use.
Don and Gail Butler. Don and Gail Butler were devoted volunteers who generously gave of their time, talents, and resources. Don served on the Friends Board for more than 2 decades, helping strengthen the organization through leadership and financial expertise. Gail was an advocate for conservation and volunteered at Earth Day celebrations.
Norman and Phyllis Eustace. In the early years of the Park District, Norman and Phyllis Eustace quite literally helped build the district from their kitchen table. Norman served as the Park District's first ranger in a volunteer role, while Phyllis managed schedules, published newsletters, organized events, and supported land acquisition efforts. The Eustace's dedication was instrumental to the creation of Greenleaf Park and Princess Ledges Nature Preserve.
John and Virginia Gendrevin. John Gendrevin served Medina County Park District from its earliest days, guiding it with steady legal counsel as it grew from an idea on paper into the park district we cherish today. During lean financial times, he often worked without compensation, helping with land acquisition, policies, and levy campaigns. John and his wife Virginia volunteered for Friends of Medina County Parks, generously supporting park projects and leading fundraising efforts.
Stanley and Esther Allard. In 1992, Stan and Esther donated their 125-acre farm to Medina County Park District to establish Allardale. During his lifetime, Stan planted more than 100,000 trees on the property. In addition to the land, the lodge at Allardale and the farm-themed playscape also reflect the Allards' lasting commitment to future generations.
George Ayers. When he passed in 2018, George left more than $650,000 to Friends of Medina County Parks for the purpose of constructing accessible fishing areas and accessible picnic shelters. As a result, the former Hinckley resident has funded improvements at Brunswick Lake, Holmesbrook Park, River Styx Park, and more.
Ted and Willette Chandler. Ted and Willie pledged 105 acres to Medina County Park District in 2001. The couple, who owned the Farm Packed Pickle Company, wanted the land to be preserved without development for 75 years. But there was one exception: a bike trail. In 2026, a portion of the Lake Medina Greenway Trail will wind through the Chandler Wildlife Sanctuary.
Mary and Roy Geinke. In 2023, Friends of Medina County Parks received its largest gift to date, more than $1.1 million from the estate of Mary Geinke. Most of the funds were placed in the Friends Endowment, which will benefit the Park District in perpetuity. A portion was used to assist with the development of Granger wetlands.
George and Sue Klein. In the late 1990s, George and Sue supported the Park District's efforts to expand Allardale Park before it was even open to the public. The Kleins donated funds and provided an interest-free loan to Medina County Park District so it could purchase 211 acres next to the land donated by Stan and Esther Allard just a few years earlier.
Richard and Beverly Mugridge. In 2005, Richard and Beverly donated 102 acres of land in Granger Township to Medina County Park District. Carolyn Ludwig Mugridge Park is named in honor of Richard's mother, whose strength and determination helped the family keep its farm through the hardships of the Great Depression. The Mugridges also contributed funds to support the Park District's purchase of Chippewa Lake in 2007.
Ruth Aldifer Owenslager. Ruth grew up in Sharon Center and became a world traveler, lifelong learner, artist, and philanthropist. For Medina County residents, Ruth's greatest act of generosity came in 1975 when she pledged her family farm to Medina County Park District. Ruth wanted the land to be preserved and used for education. The Owenslager Nature Center is named in her honor.
Theda Schleiman. Upon her passing in 1976, Theda donated her 67-acre farm in Lafayette Township to the fledgling Medina County Park District, which had only been established 11 years earlier. Theda's gift was a turning point for the Park District, which only had two areas open to the public at the time: Greenleaf Park in Sharon Township and Letha House Park in Chatham Township.
As we honor the inaugural Walk of Fame class, we celebrate the lasting impact each member has made on our parks, our community, and future generations. Their legacies will continue to inspire new memories, traditions, and deeper connections to the natural world.